Hi, this is Linking Yellow, and welcome to day 4, and hopefully the final day of my do-it-yourself Rube Goldberg Portal 2 Let's Create. Alright, so this should be the file, I hope. It's taking a while, so it probably is. Alright, so there are a few problems with the map. The map is mostly done. I just need to debug a few issues. As soon as this stops not responding. Alright. So, as mentioned yesterday, on yesterday's video, at the end, there is the problem here with these starting off on. Well, I want them to just flash on as the wrecking ball flies past this laser emitter. So I'm going to take a look into why it's doing that. So first I'm going to start off by following these anti-lines and finding out what it's actually giving the input to. Alright, so outputs, that's a lot of outputs. Let's see. Okay, it's not the indicator. I don't think it's a... No, the bridge is the light bridge. T-beam, maybe T-beam. What is the T-beam? Is that around here? No. What is the T-beam? Tractor beam. Yeah, it wouldn't be the tractor beam. Okay. Back to outputs. Barrier hazard, that's definitely it. Alright. So, class info, start enabled. Start enabled is at 0. Oh, wait. Just these two. I want it to be at 0. I think. Let's see, because when this is on, I want this to be off. So I do want it started enabled. So let's switch to that and see if that helps. Alright, and see, that's not it. So let's see if I can find the other one. Barrier hazard, start enabled, switch that to 1. And let's test to see if it works. I'll see you in game. And it looks like that did the trick. So these are starting off, and let's see if I press this button, that should turn them on. I want to do SV cheat so I can just quickly head over there. Alright. And yep. Yeah, I got in the way for just a little bit. Alright, and is there any... okay, I also want to remove this. That's the next thing. And I also want to make sure that somebody can't put some orange gel over there and just jump over. Let me see if that's even possible. Alright, so speed gel. Put this all along here. And... yep, okay. Yeah, I want to make sure that's not possible. And also make sure that somebody can't place gel over here. Can place gel there. So what I'm going to end up doing, I think, is putting paint cleansers all through here, and another thing that I am going to want to be doing is by these two buttons here, I also want to put a third button specifically for hints, and I think I'll put as one of the hints that a room filled with lights will cancel out paint. Just for the sake of having an excuse for a reason for why paint won't work after I put in a paint cleanser over this whole area. Right. So First of all, let's delete that cube. Where is that cube? That cube is right over here. Alright, so delete it. That was really only there for testing purposes. Alright, and so let's put some lights over around here too. So I'm going to select all of these and copy them and move them over. Shift click? Yeah, shift click is the one that does it. Alright, and let me make sure this lines up perfectly. I hope. Alright. No, that's not good yet. Alright. Yeah, okay, right at the corner there. Alright, so those now line up, and I'll copy it and put it on the other side now. So you rotate it by 180 along the z-axis, and the front looks like it's right there, maybe? Let's take a look at that. That is behind. Alright, I definitely want it a lot further forward. Okay, and how is that from left to right? Alright, yeah, that's perfect. Alright, so that looks good. Looks good. Let's put on the top and the bottom. I mean, there's really no point to putting it on the top or on the sides. It's just really there for, I guess, decoration, I guess. Just for making it look like... Oh, let me copy this. Making it look like the lights are actually stopping the paint. Which, of course, they're not. It's not the right way. But if it looks like it, maybe I can convince some people that it is. It'll definitely look better that way. It's right there, and then one down. Okay. Now, let's get it over the entire top. It's just a little bit off. Let's try moving it over one. Oh, what happened there? Alright, so there's still some room over there. Am I moving it the right type of direction? Yep. That looks good. It seems a little bit too low by one, so I can see behind it. Wonder what that would look like. Alright, is that it? Let's get a good angle, and yeah, that looks good. No, it doesn't. Never mind. Alright, that looks a lot better. Okay, and then copy the same thing. Oh. Okay. To rotate that, I think it's by the X by 180. Yeah, and let's get a good look at the side here. Lower it a bit. Okay, just so it's barely visible. And does this leave any... Oh, I think that's good the whole way. No, okay. It's not. No, that's not what I'm after. Okay, there we go. Can't see under it. Alright, and now let's get a portal cleanser all around here. Alright, so let me zoom out a bit, and this whole area, we need to have a portal cleanser. Start off by creating a brush. Alright, cover this whole area, and see, does this cover anything out here? No. Well, it also needs to cover a few more dimensions. Bring it up a bit. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Right here. I think I'm... Okay. Now, I definitely hope that this isn't going to be keeping me from portaling over here. You know, just in case, I'm going to pop up, or the grid a bit. Yeah. and move this just a little bit over there. Okay, so basically somebody will still be able to get the edge here, but hopefully that won't be able to make a difference. That wouldn't be able to make a difference. I'm pretty sure of that. Alright, so now let's make the texture a trigger. Trigger and enter. Okay, and select it. Hopefully I'm selecting it. Yeah, okay, it's selected. Alright, Control T and make this a clean trigger paint cleanser. That looks good. Apply. Doesn't really need a name. Start disable no. Flags. Let's see. Let's see. Let's try everything and make sure that it's not like immediately fizzling the sphere over here. Alright, physical only, no only stuff, everything, not including physicals. Let's see, physics debris. Just to make sure that everything gets cleaned. I don't know if this will actually kill everything that's in there, or if it'll just clean everything that's in there. But it's definitely worth testing, and I'll see you in game. Alright, so let's test this out. Let's put in some speed. That's another thing I want to fix. I want to make it so the gun actually comes up instantly. Alright, so I shoot it in there and nothing happens. If I'm shooting it in here, alright, let's bounce. So that didn't work as planned. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have to like layer layer the cleanser throughout this. Make it thin and then just make multiple layers all throughout it. It's gonna take a bit more work than I thought, so I'll do that bit off screen. Alright, so I think I've done it, but I might not have, so let's take a look. Putting speed gel. Yeah. Alright, so if I try to spray that way, that does block it. What if I were to try to spray down? Because I only did this in one direction, so I'm thinking maybe this might prove a problem. Alright, and if I shoot straight this way, yeah. Okay, so the problem with that is only that it wasn't supposed to. So the problem here is only with painting stuff on the bottom. So I'll just create one more layer for the bottom, then I can get on to the next thing. Alright, so let's see if this works now. So speed gel. Yep, and it doesn't do anything. And if I put it on the sides, maybe if I'm even really close to the side, that doesn't do anything. Alright, and so there's now literally no way for me to get across here. If I try shooting with bounce gel, it doesn't reach. So this now works properly. And so the only way to get the ball is doing that and switching over to the portal gun. One and portal two. Just thinking maybe putting a portal magnet up there might be pretty cool, but I don't think that's important. Seems to work pretty well usually. So if I let this go, okay, let's say I put this in here, and I also need another spot for. Okay, now I need another spot. Oh, I already put it there. Alright. So if this rolls, does this go straight in there? Yes, it does. And does it do it every single time? That's also another question. It's not a that, well, that's over there. So, let me turn on the speed cheat so I can just easily try it over and over again. Cheats 1. I'm also going to want to make sure that that's not possible. Yep, works good. Oh, I also wonder if that reflection thing will work. So let's get this out. And if the player falls down there, can he get up? That's another good question. Reflection gel, put that up there. And where did the... there's the edgeless safety cube. Alright. Missed. Oh, that looked really cool. Alright, let's grab that again. I want to see that again. Alright. Ah. That's good. Because I've tested that type of thing before, but it doesn't reflect properly usually. So, I don't understand why it's different this time, but it was really cool how it just slid there. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, now I'm going to jump down and see if there's any way for me to get up. No. Okay, so I'm definitely going to want to, yeah, put stairs to the side of this. Yeah. So I don't want anybody getting stuck in the level. That's just awful. Alright. I think I'm going to do instead, because if I were to try to put stairs here, which for one thing it'd be a little difficult, but also to move around these anti-lines, I really don't want to do that, because that would just take a lot of time, and today is really the last day that I have to work on this. So I'm thinking I'll just put the lasers across here so the player can't get down without killing himself. So I want to check to see if I do put lasers there, will the player still be able to grab the we'll still be able to grab the edgeless safety cube over there. Alright, so I'm going to start off with placing a couple entities in here. Let's see. Is there a... No. It's a prop dynamic. Prop dynamic. Alright, and I'm going to choose... Alright, I'll name it laser prop 1. Alright, and I also need to select the world model. It's kind of missing something. Alright, let me try that again. Aha. Alright, so laser. Alright. Ooh, here it is. Found it, I think. Laser field. That doesn't look like it. That looks like it, but I think that's for the editor. For the models for the editor. So, let's try field. No. Alright, I'm gonna look around for it, and I'll start recording back up when I find it. No, not with that, but I found it with the, well, pretty much just by scrolling down one by one. It is the Fizzler underscore dynamic that I was looking for. So apply and alright, so now I'm gonna place this at the top. Let's rotate it, and then rotate it that way. And I think I'll also rotate it by the z-axis. And alright, it's a little hard to see there, but I'm going to try to put it at the top and get it neatly in the wall. Right. How's that? It's a little bit... Alright. That, new. It's longer than a block. I wasn't expecting that. Or, oh. Okay, so block was just looking shorter than what it actually was. And does this go to the end of here? Yep. Okay. And yeah, I definitely want to change the skin here too. Skin, let's try 1. New. 2. Yeah. Okay. Needs to be red so that it looks more laserish. All right, and probably shouldn't have moved it that way to copy it. Let's rotate by 90 degrees on the z-axis. I meant 180, so another 90. And just move that down. So this side is the best side to check. Too far. Looks good. Alright, and the player will only really be able to see it from the top. Could see that. Alright. Well, I'm just a little picky, so I'm going to see. Where is it? You don't see it. Okay. Going to cut a little bit into here. Yeah, all the way to the end. Yeah, right there. Maybe a little bit up and down. Yeah. No, a bit more. Yeah, okay. From there to there? Alright, yeah. And then I'll stretch it all the way over to the other side. Alright, let me see how far back this goes. Okay, I want it to be up against the edge here. Yeah. Alright, let's see if it goes right against the edge on this one too. No, it doesn't. Alright, so I'll stretch that a bit further as well. Alright, and now select this and carve. Here it is. Did that carve? Looked like it carved. Yeah, that carved. Alright, let me select all these. Oh, oh boy. That took out the anti-lines connected to it. What was... Alright, so I'm gonna try to fix that. That didn't work as planned. Alright. So I think I fixed the problem. It was weird. I tried pretty much just copying the information from the overlay over to another overlay. The second one didn't work, but the original one did. So then I tried deleting the second one, and then the first one stopped working. So I don't understand how that works, but it does, and it's It's not. I'm not gonna let that bother me. Let's see. What is this overlay? That's okay. So I'm gonna need to do the same thing to this one. So I think, yeah, yeah. All right. So let's copy the information, paste it, apply. All right. That doesn't make any sense to me on why that works, but it does. So now, see, I'm going to want to make sure and go inside the game and make sure that all of these actually work. Um, the actual laser field is not going to work because I haven't actually put the laser field itself in there, just the props. But while I go to test to see if the anti-lines are working, I'm also going to just to see if these work at if their reset time is 0.1, which I think might look a little neater. Okay, and 0.1, and I'll see you in game. All right, so it didn't work. So I'm gonna have to just redo it all, I guess. Or I could get it so that like this comes really close to here, and even if it did continue, it wouldn't. Let me make sure this. Okay, yeah. It wouldn't. Yeah, even if it did go all the way down, it wouldn't actually look any neater. So I'm thinking maybe just coming down here might work. All right, well, I'll test that out. I wonder what's going on here with not being able to see the button. Is it just that the trigger thing is in the way, or the button's actually gone for some reason? All right, well, I'll get rid of that trigger thing, and I'll set up the fizzler field, or the laser field. Of course, after I test these buttons. All right. Yeah, that works. It's pretty sweet. So that's interesting. And if I put a portal gel over here and then portals there, is there like portal shaped? Huh. Well, that's interesting. Alright. Alright, so I'm just gonna clear off all these overlays because they don't do anything and they're not necessary. And why are those? Well, that's weird. That's really weird. Alright. Delete each of these. Delete each of these. And the button still looks to be there. Alright, so let's get a field going. Start off with lasers. Lasers. Here we go. And I'm putting them right here. From about there to about there. I need to put them at the right spot of the z-axis. Right, little bit. Ooh, let me make this a lot thinner. Gonna have that go a bit further back. Right. Yeah, okay, that looks fine. Right, pull this back a bit more. Looks fine. And enter. That's going the wrong way. Let me see if I can change the direction. So we'll go in here, rotation by 90 degrees, and let's make the scale. Oh, that one can stay 0.25. That's what I'm looking for. It's a bit too. That looks about right. Could go a bit further to the side so that it's not making anybody think that they can go down. Yeah, okay. That looks good. And now I need another field right next to it. Alright, I'll make this come a little bit above and below it. And this one will be, let's see, Control T, a trigger hurt. Alright, and I want it so that whenever the player touches this, they die instantly. So damage, let's say 1000. Damage cap, also 1000. See, damage type, see, burn. Radiation, yeah, let's do radiation. And, oh, don't start disabled. Alright, that should be good. And alright, let me, oops. Select the top and the bottom and change this to trigger. Alright, so, there we go. Change this to a funk brush. And I want it to, let's see, solubility, never solid. So this way the player won't be able to stand on top of it. So now I'm going to go test to see if that works. Alright, so let's see if this kills me. Dead, and that killed me. Alright, so let's also see if we can get the ball to go through. So, total gel up there, total gel over there. And switch over. SV cheats. Let's see how this works. Huh. So, why are these on? Why isn't this fizzled? grab this. I can grab it. Oh, that's why those are on. Okay. I definitely want to lower that a bit. Okay, this doesn't dig in at all, so I can just slide it down. Alright, and those are turning on because that is getting in the way. Alright. Well, I'll slide that down now. And let's see, what else do I need to do? I need to put the hint there, and why is this off? I need to switch this, I think. Why is this on? Let me disable everything and see if it would always be off. No. Oh, that's off because of that. Alright. So, what turns this off? Right. So, let me switch this to reflection gel. Put that up there. Alright, so now all of these are off. I can press this. Well, I don't want that to be possible, but maybe by lowering this, that'll make that impossible. I don't want it so that the player can just set everything up so that all of these are off. It's not what I'm looking for. Alright, so let's get this lowered. Let's grab everything. I think I'm grabbing everything. Well, there's only one way to know for sure. It's to pull it all down. So that looks good. Let's test that. Alright, so let's make sure that that's not possible to replicate. Let's throw that in there. And where am I? There I am. Okay, let's get the cube out. Wrong button. Alright, portal gel. Some more portal gel over here. And huh, why is that turned off? Oh, because this is here. Oh, I completely misplaced that. Is it coming? No, there it is. It's very, very bright room. Okay, put that over there. Alright, so now I'll go and put that over there. Ooh, actually, let me get the reflection gel. No, reflection gel goes right there. Alright. Over here, put the cube into the excursion funnel. Let's see. This does everything. Alright, well, I want to see if it's possible to not use the wrecking ball at all. Alright, just drop that down. And let's take this out. Put this in. That's not still there. Oh. I guess that got reset. Something like that. Let's put this in. Huh. Okay. Well, that's a bug, and I need to come up with a way to make that definitely usable. Alright, so I'll do some brainstorming and be back. So, I've made a few changes to try to fix a few bugs that I thought. It probably looks very different than last time that I that I recorded anything. So, then I figured, you know, when I did set up all these fizzlers here, if I were to, let's see, portal that and that. Let's go over here to the portal gun. If I were to put a portal there, I couldn't put a portal there without erasing that. So then, this is a pretty interesting thing that I found. I just decided to test it just in case, and that, and first of all, okay, yeah, that stays. But if I put one portal right there, then I can switch to the paint gun, and the portal stays. So I copied each of those two buttons and put them over here, and so now switch back over to the portal gun, and boom. I think that's pretty cool. Now, it'll probably be pretty hard to figure out, so by all means, I definitely intend on putting the information that portals can be stored if you use the paint gun in. Now, this brings to another problem. How do I get the edgeless safety cube? Well, the easy answer would to just be to put some grading here. I'm thinking otherwise. I'm thinking, let's see, what does the moon do? Or what does this thing? Does a lot of things. I'm thinking I might want a, yeah, I want a incursion funnel right here, I'm thinking. And that'll make it so that as soon as it comes out, it'll go over there where the player can easily grab it. And let's see, but an incursion funnel, yeah, that would get in the way of it rolling down, unless it was deactivated at the same time that that would be deactivated, which is specifically when that button is hit. Alright, so I've got a bit more to do, but it's definitely coming along pretty well. Alright, so let's get that tractor beam in. Let's see, it should be right here, and let's get an entity, and I think it's just called the tractor beam. Tractor. Yep, prop tractor beam. Alright, and I can choose the use 128 model, which is smaller specifically for the levels from like the Perpetual Testing Initiative. Let's rotate it by 90, and let's put that. Maybe I can copy. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna copy this right here. Hopefully, will allow me to fit. New, new. Maybe. Hmm. Is that what this uses? Oh, yeah, okay. That's what that uses. There's a few of those. Alright, so delete that. And, well, I don't need... Hmm. Yeah, okay, I'll just put that on the back. So rotate that by 90 degrees. And put it at the back. Let's get over there. Alright, and that's a bit too high. There we go. Alright, so how does this look after I put this in? Alright, is it centered? It's a lot more difficult to tell. Well, it didn't go as planned. Put that in the wrong spot. Alright, so I'll move this over. There we go. I'll take... Here it is. Move this over, and I'll need to copy it as well. So put that right there, copy it, rotate it by 270. No, should always go with 90 apparently. Except for then. Alright, so line that up. Okay, now I can fit it into there. Huh. So, I wonder how that would look. Does it need to be from the center? Yeah, I think I'm going to try it that way. Alright, so I'm going to go in game and see if it's centered. If it's not centered, I'll work on centering it and show you the final thing. Actually never got around to testing it, but what I did find right before heading in after compiling the map is this brush right here, which looks like it'll be a lot, or very useful. Yeah, okay. So rotate this by 90 and rotate by 180. Alright, then I can put it right in there. So what I did to find this, let me make sure this lines up. Yeah, that lines up. Alright, what I did to find that is went over here to this excursion funnel here, and I found this right here, double clicked, edit instance, and I just copied and pasted this. Alright, so yeah, now I'm going to test this, see if it lines up perfectly. So it's pretty close. Looks completely centered, but it looks like it's just a little bit too far forward. So putting it back just a little bit, I think will seal up that awkward little gap there. It's pretty cool. Alright. Yeah. I'll I'll do that, and then we'll test to see how much of this works. So that looks lined up. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Except for the fact that it's kind of clipping into this, but I hope nobody notices. Yeah, those are already kind of forced in there, so not much. Alright, so painting in. Paint that, and that, and a bit over here. It's gonna make this an incursion funnel, but I don't think it really matters that much. Yeah, I will make it an incursion funnel, but it's not gonna make a difference, so I might as well keep testing. Alright. Portal gun. Alright, goes over there. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna make an incursion funnel. Okay, I was a little worried that it wouldn't actually work as an incursion funnel. I didn't see any easy option that said push in or pull out or whatever, like there was on the ones that came with the PTI. So what I ended up doing is I took the force that would push it out, and I've set it from 250 to negative 250. So, wrong one. Dr. Portal Gel. And that. Speed over here. Alright. And the portal is this one, so let's see if that works. Oh. Well, I'm glad I tested that. Alright, so I'll put either a no clip or a physics clip, or no clip is not what I was thinking of. I'll put a physics clip on there, I think. Alright, yeah. I'm not interested in it going actually inside. So let's grab this and just copy it down. Huh. Get it in the right place first try. Control T. And make this a clip, funcs clip v physics. Alright. Disable no. Alright. And this will hopefully be invisible. Put that there, and right next to it I want a player clip. So, let's try, actually, you know what? I don't need to do any of that. I'll make a invisible funk brush. So, invisible. Make this a funk brush. And solidity, always solid. Yeah. Alright, so invisible. Should do the trick. Let me push it away from the wall so it's not going into the void. And select it. Alright, and that side doesn't matter. Okay, can I see it from the bottom and the top? Nope. Nope. Alright, well, let's see if that works. And yeah, and then I'll go and test the rest of it. Alright, so let's start testing this. I want to see if I can get it to go all the way through. And I also want to see if it will go all the way through. If it will go all the way through. Oh, it's interesting information. Yeah, if it'll go all the way through without me actually using the wrecking ball at all. Alright, so start by setting with the paint. Alright. It's right there. Missed. And I can grab this. Actually, I want to see. I want to see if it goes in. Okay, good. How am I going to get that by? Aha. Oh. Okay, well, it's not gonna make a difference. It's just gonna come out, get back out. Alright. So I got a portable surface up here. So let's make the portals. Oh. Alright, let's get the portal back over there. Okay. Oh. Okay, so maybe I need to move these over just a little bit. Because... Or, no, I can just move the grate over a bit further this way so that nothing's getting fizzled. Alright. Alright, so I've moved it back over just to see if this works. Ah! Guess I need to move it some more. How close is it? Oh, I wouldn't have thought that would actually be touching it. Alright. A bit more. Alright, so let's see if it works now. I moved it over a bit more than I did last time. Alright, and let's continue testing. Operators up there. Alright, and let's get some portal gel up there. See if I can get up there. Yep, alright. I probably should have brought Cube along with me. Alright. Yeah, no, I was meaning for that to turn off. Where it comes from. First of all, let me get some paint up there. Okay, where's the square? Square. Is that this? Yeah, okay. Set off the square. Okay. Right. Oops. Okay. So it looks like this is possible without using the Reckoning Ball. And I really want the Reckoning Ball to be needed to be used, because I spent a lot of time working on that. So let's make sure I can get all the way. Huh. So I can't get up there anymore. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah. Alright. Well, I'll try to fix those problems. So, when this button is pressed, I want pressed. I want this. I didn't name it, did it? Oh, okay. There's the problem. Selecting the wrong thing. Alright, so on pressed, I want tractor beam to disable, and when unpressed, I want it to enable. Alright, that'll hopefully work, and I want to take both of these. There we go. Control C and Control V. Alright. Now I want to put them in between. Yeah, okay, right here. How does that fit? Alright. Doing this so that the player cannot step on this. Okay, and let's get the texture. Wait, no. Okay, get the texture of that to fit. And for the sides, okay, rotate this by 0, new, I want to get the side texture. By 90. Grabbing the wrong one. Huh. New. Okay, have them both at 0. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll do it once I get the other one as well. I don't know, it's worth a try. See if I got the right one. Alright, so alright. What else was there? Also need to find a way to get this mandatory. I'll look into that after I've tested the other two things. So now I've tested also to try to do it the correct way, and it doesn't work because not that. It doesn't work because this doesn't turn off from this laser being blocked from the cube that's shown right here. No, it's this laser being blocked from the wrecking ball that would turn that off. And the wrecking ball just pretty much flies by too quickly. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm planning on moving this down to where the wrecking ball sits right here. Since player would only be able to get one cube up here, they can't really stack it. So if I put the emitter like right at the edge here, I think that's good. That's cool. It reflects the gel. No, just kidding. Looks kind of like it's reflecting the gel. It's just both gels. All right, so I'll start moving that. No, actually, I'm thinking since this is really too important of a piece to the whole thing, I'm thinking I'll just set a delay on this for, or not this. I'll set a delay on this for reactivating the cube, or the, what's it called? the light bridge. All right. So outputs and see bridge. Yeah. This one's add, that one's subtract. I'll just guess on which one's which. And if it works, then I pick the right one. If it doesn't work, then I can just switch it. Alright. And I'm also thinking that, okay, first of all, I'm going to make it so that this does not auto spawn. See, disable auto respawn, yes. And gonna give this a timer of maybe 12. Timer delay 12. No, let's shoot high for first. It's maybe a little too high. 20. That looks good. And see, on button reset. On deactivated. Trigger. And then this, the cube dropper. Subtract. I don't know if subtract is going to do the trick, but my hope is that on a timer, pretty much, you press this button on the timer, the cube will come down, it will have a chance to go through the funnel, and if it doesn't hit the end by the time that the button resets, then the cube fizzles. And yeah, I'm gonna hope that works. Gonna test it out. See you in game. Actually, I just compiled, but then I was just thinking this would need to subtract already. So then I took a look, and it already is subtracted. So I want to find a way to fizzle that. I think, yeah, okay. I think I can turn on, yeah, I think I can create a portal cleanser, which is pretty much the entity that's a fizzler, and pretty much just stretch it right across here, and pretty much just turn that on whenever this deactivates. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. Right, and okay, do trigger. Alright, if I select this, then I'll be in the right basic area. And I'm going to want to make it small and centered. So, yeah, like that. But a little bit less tall. Alright, so bring that up. I want to make this look squarish. 16 by 16, that's good. And then just stretch this out the whole way. I'm going to make it an invisible one. Invisible fizzler. Because I don't want it to actually look like a fizzler. I want it to look like when the time runs out, it just deletes it. Makes it look a bit more professional, I think. Yeah. Or actually, if I have it right up to the end so that when it's at the end, yeah, when it's already at the end, it's not going to fizzle. Okay. And turn this into a portal cleanser. There we go. Trigger portal cleanser. Alright, choose. Okay, start. Alright, flags, NPCs, pushables, physics objects. That should be everything. And actually, yeah, I do want it to start disabled. Okay, so start disabled, yes. And then, alright, outputs, add on activated. Then this is disabled. This needs a name. Alright, name timer fizz. Yeah. Alright, and see, So yeah, for the outputs, when activated on trigger, timer fizz is disabled. Copy and paste. When deactivated, timer fizz is enabled. Alright, so let's test that out, see if that works. So let's start off with by just pressing the button. Maybe after. Okay, so that part worked. And after like 20 seconds, will it fizzle itself? Oh. Well, I don't want that fizzling. Oh boy. Okay, so I'll fix that. Okay, why did that break? Maybe it's because I hit everything. And I think it just needs to be physics objects. So I'll switch that. Okay, so I pressed it again. And let's wait for the 20 seconds. See if see if it fizzles. Wait, actually definitely fizzle. See if that fizzles. Okay. Okay, and now to set everything up to see if that's enough time. And how much overtime that is. Probably could have grabbed that. I forgot about that. Alright. Got this one. Just put that right there. It's definitely far. That is definitely far enough to never hit that, right? Yeah, there's not a chance. Okay. I kept on having to move that further and further. Alright, so the other stuff I need to set up. This. Up here. Yeah. And... to coat that all in speed gel. Right, and is that everything? No, it's not. Reflection gel. There. Alright, that's everything. So. What happened there? Okay, so it was stuck on X. Which one is X? I think X might be this one. It's kind of not there anymore. I need to fix that. Let's see. Why didn't that stop? Let's try that again. Take a closer look rather than just expecting it to work. And speed gel. Alright, everything else is in place. So I'll press this button here. Goes right there, that should turn that off. Yep. Oh, but it's not long enough. Okay, so I might want to put a bit of a delay on that. Hold down. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to put a delay on that. Why? Oh, I wonder if it... Let me try that again. Take a look at why it turned on. I'm thinking maybe the wrecking ball just popped back up at that moment. Or cube go? Is it up here? How did it... Oh, because it's... This is up here. Fire it with speed gel. We go, and... Everything's set. New. Okay. Something happened to this. Alright, so... Let's try that. Keep an eye up here at the wrecking ball. Okay. Why did that turn back on? Huh. The wrecking ball had already gone back. Okay. Oh. Okay, so maybe that's exactly when the cube is coming back. That's bad timing. Okay, so for that, yeah, I'm just gonna move this a little closer this way. Alright. Okay, so set everything back up. Almost everything. I need to put speed gel on here. Alright, so now I've now I've set everything back up, and I'm gonna check to see if it makes it all the way through. It's that goes down there. Keep history, that starts rolling down. That starts back up. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to remove this here. Or at least have a way to turn it off. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, if there's a way I could... Yeah, I'll put a button right here, and I'll have it so that when you press it one time, it turns it on. You press it another time, it turns it off. That should do it. Alright. I'm putting in a button now. Let's see, I'll name it... Tractor beam toggle. Yeah. And yeah, have it clean. And let's rotate it by 90 degrees. 90 degrees seems to always work. And it worked again. Alright, so let's put it right against the wall. But in a good place. Yeah, that looks good. And and it's just pressing the button wouldn't... What's going on here? Is this lag or... Yeah, that's lag. 1 second. Turning it off and back on, and lag's still here, so I guess I'll just deal with it for now. I don't know what's going on, but oh, maybe I can turn off... Yeah, I'll do that later. It's not too annoying. Alright, so yeah, I can't just turn it on and off. I think I'll need a couple of entities. I'll start off with a math counter. Math counter. Math counter. Alright, and the other one will be a logic case. Alright, and for number 1, put 1. For case 2, put 2. And on case 1, I don't remember. Alright, I'll have it enable, and for on case 2, disable. Alright, and for the math, there's something wrong with that. It needs to die. Get another one. Math counter. Yeah, that's a lot better. Alright, tractor counter toggle. Alright, and let's see, on minimum legal value, I'll have that as 0, and I'll have this as 2 for the maximum. Initial value I'll put to 1, and this I'll name tractor case toggle, and then the math counter, add, let's see, out value, then the logic case, in value, apply. Alright, add on hit max, myself, let's see, set value, to actually set value no fire, no, set value to 0. Okay, and that should work. Oh. They also need to, oh yeah, I already did that. Okay, so I'll see you in game. Alright, so, oh, I forgot to compile. Never mind. Okay, now let's see if this works. Failure. Okay, let me take a look at what's wrong. Okay, actually I think I forgot to do the part where the button does any of it. Yep, no outputs on the button. Okay, so on button pressed, math counter, let's see, math counter, disable, add, yep, add 1. Alright, apply. Alright, I'll see you in game. Alright, now let's see. No. Doggone it. Alright. More troubleshooting. Problem. I had the delay 1 and no parameter. Instead of no delay and a parameter of 1. Okay. So, yeah, now I'll see you in game. Alright, now this should work. Haha. There we go. Alright, so now to just test everything to see if it works. Alright, I'll set everything up normally, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I believe it's all set up, and let me press the button. I'll go over to the other end. Swings that, puts that through, pushes that down on there, which lets that through. Ball rolls down. I forgot to turn that off. 1 second. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't forget to turn that off because I was able to walk up here just fine. The problem is, I have something else turning it back on from some debugging earlier, and I'll need to turn that off. Okay, so it's all set up again. press this button, and let's see how it works. Makes that swing. There, this will fall down. Release that. Release that. Go down, which will release that, and I forgot about that. How much time is left? That'll be close. Alright, so let me set that back up and put the gel in there. Okay, now this should work. I just dropped that in. And it's getting started. I think that this will work. If it has enough time. Alright. It's the last one. And it does make it to the end just in time. Now I also want to make it so that there isn't a way for the player to get up here. How would I do that? I don't think I can. I don't think I really even want to. I was thinking make it so that the player actually needed to be on here at the time, but I don't think that's really worth it. It may seem more satisfying to the player after actually beating it, but it would definitely be difficult for me because I'm not exactly sure what I would do. I could cover this wall with lights, and cover in here with lights, and cover all of those with lights. Yeah, I could do that. That wouldn't be too difficult. Huh. Then it could also somebody could also jump off an edge. Huh. You know what? If I cover all these with lights, I think it'd be easier to stand on this than to be jumping off edges or stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then the other things I wanted to do, because this is just about finished, I think, because people can't really try to avoid using the machine with the time limit I set. I'm definitely going to be testing that, but I'm not going to be doing it on screen. What I want to do left is I want to create the hint button, which I'm actually probably going to put around here, and I want to, because it's really bugging me that I'm using all of the gels except one, which is the bounce gel, which is one of the most common gels. I just pretty much want to lift this up here, so that the player has to jump up to get it. Of course, then the player can portal up. So, oh no, he can't because I'm covering this all with lights. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty downhill from here. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring this up a bit first. Well, no, not first. I was about to rotate it, but I'm thinking rotating may be better to wait for this to be a bit higher up, so it's not getting lost in the ground. I don't know where it's going to end up, but its center point is right up here. Alright, it's not the Z-axis this time. Let's try the Y-axis. No, not that one. Control Z. Control M. X-axis. 90. Nope. Definitely that same axis, but 270. 270. Alright, here we go. Oops. And then bring it up against the wall. It's a little too close to the wall. Oops. See this. Yeah, I also need the stand here. Is there a... Okay, I was thinking there was no... I don't remember what it's called, but it's a texture that you can't see. I don't remember what it's called. I'm pretty tired right now. Don't know if you guessed. But if you did guess, well, good guess. 270. Alright, bring it right behind there, and then bring it up so that it's behind. Is that right? Ooh, that's very close. There we go. I don't want either of them right there. A bit higher up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And let's see. Let's delete that. Where's... Covers the whole thing. Didn't know that was possible. Alright. And does this ruin it? No. That's cool. I'm not quite sure how that worked, but I'm not complaining. Alright. Material, order, start. These look a little crunched. I wonder if I click off of it, if it'll fix itself. New. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to figure out yeah, some of the stats on this thing. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm thinking this will be maybe 30, 34? That looks better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Alright, and how much is this having per square? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just as much as I was hoping. Alright, and yeah, I also need to put lights on the end, and that's going to be really tedious, so I'm going to do that off screen too. So I've got the lights up. I hope that'll do the trick, and yeah, I know that you can place gel underneath these, but I'm hoping that it'll be impossible to actually place the like the actual portals under them, which I believe that's the case. I mean, they're right up against the wall, so that should be impossible. But it's something I'll have to test. Before that, though, let me get started on the hint button. First of all, a button, and let's see, button, prop button, and let me hit hint button. Get my handy dandy underscore. I like underscores. I don't know, they look neater. I guess every tutorial that I've seen of Hammer uses underscore, so I got it into my own habit. Whenever I program, I usually use usually use underscores as well. Alright, so let's put this by the door. Wrong door. Control X. Or by here. Control V. And then let's turn that around, 180. Right, that looks good. And right above it, I'm going to put a prop dynamic. There we go. I didn't put two props up, did I? Yeah, I don't see one. Yeah, it's probably just one. Alright, prop dynamic. Prop dynamic. Alright, and for the world model, I'm going to use the info. Should probably have typed in the filter first. Info. Finfo? Info. Here we go. And can I make that smaller? I don't think I can make that smaller. Nope. Alright, and it seems to have a default animation of spinning, which is cool. I like animation. Alright, and I may have to place the button in a bit more of a central place. Well, at least further away from the wall a bit. Alright, so put that over the button. How's that working? Oh, it would just look so big because it was so close to the camera. Didn't notice that. That actually comes out really well, I think. I'm gonna look inside the game, see if these are too bright, how that works, if I can portal under them, and I'm also gonna see if this spins. Obviously, it's not going to be giving me any hints, but of course, I haven't worked on that yet. Alright, see you in game. Alright, so let's see how this looks. Hey, it's there! It's not spinning, but it's there! Okay, and That's actually not too bad at all. That's pretty good. Alright. That actually just it makes this whole thing look clear. For some reason, I feel really short right now. I wonder if that has anything to do with the lights. Well, it's a fine side effect. Okay, so I'm gonna need to switch this to something that that spins. Let me see. Is there any? Can I reach this without? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can. In that case, I'll place it right above. All right. So what I have left is I need to place this above the fizzler, and I need to get this to spin. I need to get this to actually display different hints. I'll be coming up with the hints off screen, just because it's going to take a while to think of them specifically. And then I also need to test more ways to break it, which I'll probably be doing that off screen as well. Alright, let's get started. And I should also probably mention that the portals are not working. So let's set the default animation. First of all, let's look at the model, default animations, idle. Alright, so let's look at the actual world model. This should have different sequences, just idle. But it's spinning. Okay, well, in that case, I'll just use a func rotate. I've never actually used a func rotate before, so this is an experiment. Func rotate. There's no such thing as a func rotate, but there's a something rotate. Ew. That's not how you spell rotate. Rotate? Rotating door. That's not what I'm looking for. I'll have to look. I know. Wait, there's a func move. What? Oh. I think it's a brush type of entity that I'm looking for. Okay, I thought there was something I was missing. All right. So I'll make this a trigger. Trigger. Here we go. And okay, select it, Control T. Now rotate. Misspelling rotate. Func rotating. That works. Alright, and I'll name it rotate rotate info. I'll name this info. And I've got an alarm going on my phone. I've got no clue what that's for. But it looks important. It's big, triangular, and red. Shoo. Amber alert. Oh. Okay. So, info. Oh, that's parent. Huh. No, I don't... Yeah, I do want this to... So, I do want this to parent to that. I'm hoping that'll get it to rotate. Should probably put this up with it. What in the world am I doing? There we go. It's, no, stop changing the origin. Okay. Right where that is. Maybe lift it up a little bit. Alright. No, I think I liked it down better. In fact, I think I like it right in the middle better. Yeah, that's better. Alright. And parent, this doesn't have an actual name? Oh, it does right here. Alright, and this will be info. Alright, let's take a look at what the rotate can do. Alright, name, info, rotate. Disable flashlight, render fast reflections, friction 20. I don't want any friction. Amount of rotational friction. Value must be between 0 and 100%. I don't think I want any of that. Rotating sound, I don't want any rotating sound. Minimum light level, blocking damage, solid type V physics, sure. Alright, let's try that. Let's look at flags. Flags start on, yes. First direction, new. I don't want it to be in the X or Y axis. Accelerating, not accelerating or decelerating. Fan pane, I don't know what that means. Not solid, I want to check that one. Small round radius, medium sound. Oh, sound radius. Let's change that to small, just in case there is sound. I don't want it to have sound. Alright, save, and yeah, I'll try this out in the game. Well, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is it's rotating. The bad news, it is visible. So I'll switch this to invisible. Maybe that'll do the trick. I'm very glad that that's working. Alright, and so, let's see, yeah, I just need to put that above and make that actually invisible. Alright. Okay, so let me change the texture of this, which that's not the way to do it. Alright, change this to invisible. I hope it doesn't actually show a box that says invisible. It'd be so annoyed. Alright, so let's get this and this. No. This and this. Alright, and let's move it up. Am I bringing anything else up? New. No, I'm not. That's just, oh, it's just some of the extra stuff here. Right over there. I'm also going to need to shorten this a bit more. So, that's not it. Where's that center point? Right here. Who thought you could hide from me? Alright, change this to 32. And let's go to overlay maybe? How am I shortening it? I thought that it would just show me. Oh, right. It doesn't work on this unless I press X, which I'm not going to do. Alright, that looks good. Maybe a bit squished. Yeah, a bit squished. New. Yeah, new. How far does this go? Okay, yeah. So I'll make that a 31 instead. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Alright, and was that it? Yeah. Okay, so now I'll start working on the hints. Okay, so I've got these down, and let's see. Now let's get a logic case. Logic case. Name this hint case. Case. Alright, and now let's also get a math counter and name that math counter. Name that hint counter. Alright, let's have minimum be 0, maximum be, so I want that to be, let's see, 11. Yeah, 11. Alright, and initial value will be Yeah, will be 0, I think. Alright, let's have name these 1 through 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8. 9, 10, and 11. Alright, and alright, on case 1, hint 1, display. Alright, copy, paste, case 2, hint 2, copy, paste, case 3, hint 3, copy, paste, case 4, hint 4, copy, paste, and on case 11, hint 11. I skipped, in case you didn't notice. Alright, and for this is outputs, this is I'm getting tired, obviously. Alright, on out value, let's get the logic case and in value. Apply and add on hit max myself. Set get value. No, don't get value. Set value. Set value to 1. No, set value to 0. Alright. Oh, it's not ignoring the last part of the case. And okay, now the hint button. Need to put some outputs on that. Output, add on button press, math counter. Let's see, add 1. That should do it. Now I'll test this out. I'll see you in game. Okay, so I just had the whole file get corrupted on me, but I was able to fix it with the help of Felix Griffin. Alright, press this button for hits. Portals only disappear if the portal gun goes through the fizzler. The reflection gel bounce laser. I want to change it to bounces laser beams. Alright. There isn't enough time to deactivate each light bridge yourself. You can paint a surface with portal gel, then switch guns. Enough lights can counter the effects of paint. Every gel is required to finish the chamber. Don't ignore the wrecking ball. The companion cube only lasts for 20 seconds unless it hits the final button. The sphere can only be pulled out with a tractor beam. This is a do-it-yourself Rube Goldberg machine. Press this button for hints. Alright, and can I hit this button? No I can't. Alright, and I like how this came out. Just saying. Yep. There we go. So now everything is important. Yay. Alright. I'm gonna change. Okay, I'm gonna fix that mistake with the bounces. Let me read the whole thing, and then I'm gonna change the I'm gonna change the color of the text to orange or something a bit more visible. There reflection gel bounce laser beams that don't touch them. Alright. Alright, so I've set everything up in its places. I've done it all without using no clip, so I know that this whole chamber is possible if this works. And yeah, I hope there's no glitches. I'm going to, well, forgot the one last piece. I'm going to press this. Let's see if this helps. See if this works. This makes that. It's that. That falls into there. Cancels that one. It's going to be right here. Right, this is falling down. Yeah. Alright. Through the victory elevator, and I'm ready to publish and get some friends to do some more stress testing. This is the end of the series. Thanks for watching, however much you did watch. If you did watch the whole thing, well, I appreciate it. A little surprised, but yeah, I hope you have a nice day, or evening, or night. Bye-bye.